What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. It is currently it's very early right now. It is 5:24 a.m. As you can see there, 5:24 a.m. on Saturday, January 17th. And up bright and early because I gotta coach a soccer game that starts at 6:30 in the morning. Is that not crazy? I joined a youth club team recently. I'm coaching this 10-year-old team, and they schedule these 10-year-olds at 6:30 in the morning. I don't even know if that's even legal.
You got something I can never be without. Yeah, I'm in your command. Thought I was a man of my own, but it's been 2 years. I'm only a shadow of the good on me now. I breathe in my ear, 'cause you know I cannot see no to you.
Alright, so that is a lot of soccer coaching. Got here at 6 o'clock in the morning. It is now precisely 2:03 p.m. That's about 8 hours of coaching. Love the game, man. Absolutely love it. I absolutely love training up this new generation of kids, these 9 and 10-year-olds. It ultimately makes me even that more excited to have a kid of my own coming in June, of course. And speaking of that, we've had more and more ultrasounds as Skylar is now like 20, 21 weeks pregnant, something like that. And now the ultrasounds are like so clear, so specific. You can actually see now the specific formations of the body parts, like the actual face and the hands and the feet and all 5 toes. It is absolutely surreal just sitting in that room watching that on TV. On a side note, they were selling crumble, so I had to pick some up for the wife. If she knew there was crumble here and she knew I didn't pick up crumble for her, yeah, she'd probably rip me a new one. Like I said before, this pregnancy has me just thinking a lot. Really, there's been a lot of monumental things that have happened in my life in the last year or so. It just has me thinking. Like, I proposed to Skylar, and then we got married, had a beautiful wedding, and then a couple months after that, I found out that we're going to be parents. So life has just changed really, really quickly for me, and it's caused me to think just more clearly and more big picture, because it's not just me anymore. So I'm thinking about what's the meaning of life? What's the point of life? Why are we on this earth doing what we do? And I think when my daughter comes, my reason for living is going to be her. Like, I already love her and she's not even here. But let's take a step back. Let's say I was single. I think a lot of my viewers, you guys are single, which is fine, no problem. So let's say I was single. If I'm not married, my daughter isn't here, then what's the point of life? What's the point of my life personally? And I think I've come up with an answer to that question. I think the point of life is making yourself into as great of a person individually as possible, to the point where you're extremely self-confident in everything you do and you're generally proud of the person you've become. So it's not just one thing you do, but it's things that you can do over time. And how do you do this? Well, you're consistently setting goals and working towards achieving those goals without stopping until you achieve that goal, no matter what. And then using this skill you gained and what you benefit from achieving that goal to set another goal and achieve that one. And just keep doing that over and over and over again if you're just always working towards something. So let me try to explain that a little bit better. I started doing YouTube and tracking my life in college, but I can probably start giving you examples, say, before that in high school. So high school, I worked hard, got really good grades. Senior year of high school soccer, we won conference, helped me get some exposure. I won some individual awards, made a highlight film off that season, which I then passed on to colleges. A handful of schools were recruiting me, ended up picking one to go in there, and played college ball. So I achieved that goal. But I didn't just stop there. All right, so now I'm in college. I'm playing college soccer. I'm getting a degree in finance and accounting. What is my next goal? Now it is get a good job out of school, right? So I worked hard, did a couple internships, lined one up, started with that big accounting firm right out of school. And as I was doing this in college, I started seeing, okay, I'm pretty good at this school thing, but now I was thinking, what is next? I want more, just something more in my life, something different. So that's when I started watching YouTube. So I picked up a camera from Best Buy and started recording my life, putting that on film, started tracking everything like that, and got my graduation from school on camera. But that ultimately lined up my first time job in Atlanta, Georgia, where I then moved to at the time. So I packed up everything, moved to Atlanta, Georgia. Of course, I'm still filming all of this stuff on YouTube. I get to Atlanta, and then, well, what's my goal now? I remember telling my parents before I hopped on the plane to move to Atlanta full time that my goal was to impact someone in some way, change my surroundings a little bit, make other people's lives better. I think the perfect way of me doing that was when I joined Soccer in the Streets, which was an inner city urban organization for little kids soccer. I was coaching these little kids playing, who was the first time ever playing soccer, because they don't have the resources to access sports like that. And it was an amazing experience. And now I think at this point I've met a lot of people. I've developed my coaching skills, which are my communication skills, connecting with the parents and all of that. And I started getting this urge to just switch my job, because I don't want to be an accountant, and I realized that I wanted to, again, do something more useful. So I switched to this commission-driven job. I still do today. It's been a great experience with that. I made more money, I think, than I would have otherwise. So it really helped get my life going in Atlanta. So maybe fast forward a year or two in Atlanta, now I'm more settled. I made more friends. I'm more outgoing, more extroverted. I have this YouTube thing up and running. I've been consistent every single week, dropping a video on Monday. Okay, so I take these new things. I think I'm a better person. Well, now what? Now what is my next goal?
Every time you call my name, what do I? You're whipping me into madness. I try to leave, but I can never stay away from you.
I think my next goal from there was just to experience as much life as possible, meet as many cool new people as possible. Just keep checking off my list of experiences before one day I knew I wouldn't have as easy an opportunity to, as in basically when I settle down and have a baby and have a family, because life changes it. So when I was in Atlanta, I had 3 different apartments in 3 years in 3 different parts of the city, and every single apartment was its own unique experience. I went to as many different restaurants and bars and sporting events as I could, and I think once I eventually started just really having fun, I realized, okay, now maybe I've done this, and this. Now maybe let's get a little bit more serious. So Skylar moved in. We had been dating for a couple years, and I wanted to confirm that she would be an amazing wife, an amazing future mother to my kids, because that was my next goal. And at that point, I think I was more ready to be a husband and a future father, because of all these different life experiences and goals I had achieved up until then. I was a much more well-rounded person. I think my views on certain things have shifted a little bit in a good way. That was the next step I wanted to take. And ultimately, of course, it worked out. I proposed top of the mountain in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and then we got married about 9 months after that, and then found out she was pregnant, and really life has just kind of moved day by day from then in just a massive way. The meaning of life, I think you just keep setting goals and keep achieving those goals, and when you achieve a goal, you take that skill that you earned and what you learned to plan and achieve another goal, and you just keep doing that. And as you progress in life, the goals get bigger and bigger and bigger and more important and more monumental. And so hopefully when I die, hopefully a very long time from now, I can look back and say I lived a meaningful life, because when I put my mind to something, I was able to do it. I was able to impact people in the process, make my wife proud, my daughter, and maybe other daughters or other sons proud in the process. So I think that's the meaning of life, man. Hopefully that makes sense. That is all the top of my head. I think another skill I've gained along the way is that my ability just to talk off the top of my head, because my first year or two doing YouTube, I would kind of plan out and outline every single video in my notes and then talk about that. Now it's just all off the top of my head, and hopefully a meaningful story-like way. Big shout out to Skylar's brother. He's a handyman. He's building a base that comes off from the ceiling, because we're going to put one of those barn style white doors across that opening to separate that downstairs portion from the upstairs portion, since I'm turning that into my office / man cave. Need some privacy down there. We went to Lowe's to start looking at doors. I tried to get one delivered the next day because I don't have a truck. I don't want to go to a U-Haul. I guess they can't do that. So I'm just going to order a door online, have it shipped to the house, and then it should be easy, I think, once this base is built by her brother, to install the door on that rack with the wheel, so the door slides in and out. Hopefully you can picture that. I'm gradually turning this new home into our dream first home. Skylar's really adamant and already building out the house for the baby, even though the baby's still got like 5 months to come. Working on the nursery, painting everything that she wants, already getting like the crib and I guess the baby swing in place. I don't know too much about this stuff. Obviously, it's my first time doing it, but the house is coming together, which I guess also means that I should go out shopping for some kind of mini playground set or something for a little girl on the way to play with in the backyard here. Oh, definitely a soccer goal. Probably 2 soccer goals. I think there's enough space back here actually to make like a mini field. That'd be pretty cool in the warm weather if I got maybe white spray paint and just spray painted in a soccer field with 2 goals. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Let's go ahead and wrap up this video. I'm absolutely dead tired. I'm gonna wrap this up with my dog, Ellie. Ellie, what's up, girl? Oh, look at her. She's so cute, I swear, even though she obviously can't talk. I wish dogs could talk, but they can't. She communicates to me in another way, and she always tells me, Dad, I know my little sister's on the way, but I was here first. Never forget that. Ellie. I won't. Don't worry. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed that video today as much as I did making it. If you did, please drop me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Also, subscribe to my channel if you have not yet, because I drop a new video every single Monday that you do not want to miss. As always, guys, work hard. Be nice to people. I'll see you guys next Monday.